How do you even?
I know. Okay. All right, guys. This is an emergency boy band breaking news. Wah, wah, wah. We got some news. We got some sad fucking news.
So I don't mean to laugh.
No. It's okay. It's okay. It's just this is. It's in a weird. Okay, guys. I had to call this meeting because I am very distraught, and I really don't know where to begin. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share. Can I share my screen? I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, I think that's probably the easiest way to like share audio system. Yeah, sure. Okay, I guess. Yeah, this one. Oh, I have to click it. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so TMZ, of course, is on this. As of yesterday, yesterday, Aaron Carter dead at 34. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're feeling.
You're shocked, but also not surprised because because when you've been following him on Twitter and socials, you're like, okay, this is gonna end badly, and then this is the end, basically.
Yeah. I was so distraught. Like I had to I was shopping and I had to like sit down because I'm just like, holy shit, like this is huge. And like I mean, obviously we have some pre-recorded episodes, so like this is something that's kind of outside of our normal. But the thing is, like life happens. Whether what's it called? As Optimus Prime says, fate rarely calls at a moment of our choosing. So this is something that we kind of had to talk about. So so let's read the article. Let's get all the deets, and then we're gonna talk about everything. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the elephant in the room. We're going to talk about everything because I feel like, somebody echoing? Is that just yes?
I don't think so.
Okay. No? Okay. Anyways. Okay.
I didn't say anything. I don't think I could.
I heard a woo. Okay. Aaron Carter has died, TMZ has learned. The singer turned rapper and actor was found dead on Saturday in his house in Lancaster, California. Multiple sources tell us Aaron's body was found in a bathtub. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ they received a 911 call at 11 a.m. on Saturday that a male had drowned in the tub. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ homicide detectives have been dispatched to the scene. We have no information or evidence of foul play. It is standard operating procedure for homicide detectives to investigate such death scenes. And then this is his house. It's the one that has the RV here. It says, TMZ obtained a photo of sheriff's cars and paramedics outside of Aaron's home, and the property is surrounded with caution tape. Aaron shot to fame back in the late 1990s as a pop singer, releasing 4 studio albums, starting his self-entitled debut album in 1997 when he was only 9 years old. After his first album sold 1 million copies, Aaron's second Aaron's Party tripled that number, and he became a regular on Nickelodeon. Aaron was also used to tour the Backstreet Boys during their heyday. His older brother Nick was part of their hugely popular band.
Well, he's still part of the band.
That's kind of a weird one. AC transitioned into rap and his music career progressed. He also appeared on Dancing with the Stars and acted in the Broadway production Seussical. Also, he was in the Fantastics.
Yes.
Also, he was a boxer. Like lots of other things happened. Aaron had tons of legal substance abuse over the years, infamously going on the doctors a couple years ago, talking about the pills he was taking. He also went to rehab numerous times, and he's survived by his son Prince, and he was only 34. Rest in peace. So yes. Shit.
Definitely a shock to see that. Like,
yeah.
Yes and no. Obviously, like you never hope or wish anything like this is going to happen. But if you've been kind of following him for the last few years, he's kind of on a downward spiral. Yeah, spiral and stuff. So. Again, so Lydia obviously has been a fan of Aaron Carter since the very beginning. I think since we saw him in that one music video. Oh my God, I can't even remember.
I Want Candy?
The very first one. With Nick was in the video and we're just like, who's this little kid? And then you're like, whatever. It was... Yeah. Anyways, Lydia has been a fan for a million years. So like because of Lydia, I know things like Aaron's birthday is December 7th, 1987. So literally it's just over a month away from what would have been his 35th birthday. Yeah. I know that his favorite chocolate bar was Twix. I know that he liked McDonald's and whatever. Like I've just having grown up with Lydia, I know that this is like a whole like I've ingrained in the weirdness, right? So that's what I have all of Lydia's CDs here at the house. Like,
see,
these are all the tons of them. And so a lot of people who think that Aaron did not do things over the years, he did definitely released many full-length albums, singles. Yeah. He was on a Pokemon soundtrack. He was on
he was very talented man. Like, he was very talented.
His first band was when he was 6, I think it was called Dead End or something. It was like a little tiny band that he did. We obviously don't have any recordings of that, but he always looked up to his older brother, Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys, who was out touring and things like that and wanted to be like him. And he was just a performer through and through and always wanted to do things and show things and perform and stuff. So having not known him obviously, but having seen him as a young child and a teenager and things like that during all that time, it's great. And then to see the stuff that he's been going through the last few years is heartbreaking. Oh my God. But it's also really hard. Like, I had to stop following him because it was a lot of rants and psychosis and things and drug-filled things and other things like that, or like things that would bring harm to himself, like weed maybe not so much, but like smoking up on camera or having all these guns or doing all this other stuff and just like saying weird things and whatever. And then people kept trying to get him help. Like he would do lives all the time. So if and just to see, like, he was always a skinny kid, but then just see over the years, like, how shrunken his like face had gotten and things like that. And even when he was on, was it Dr. Phil or the Doctors?
Dr. Oz.
Yeah. So then he was talking about how, I'm not on all these drugs. I'm clean. I only do weed. I only do this. But then he's huffing on camera a few days before. Like, may have not had the best support structure and girlfriends.
This is the thing. This is the thing. He had okay, and it's very difficult to talk about. Okay, and like, this is something society doesn't really do. It's just like, a person can be like shitty in their life, and then when they die, they're like, oh, this person was the best person of all time. They did this, and it's just like, we're multifaceted people. We got the devil and the angel on all of our shoulders. This is
nobody is perfect in life.
Nobody is perfect, and like Aaron, holy shit. Like, I mean, I love the guy, but it's he got some problems, and it's really weird. Like, I don't know. Okay,
I think that's why when you see like everyone doing tributes and all that, they're saying like they appreciate him before he got like that. So before his like mental illness and before his addiction, because he was like a nice guy. Yeah. The experiences we had, like Chinzy and I, when we met him,
had lots of experiences.
It was pretty good experiences. Like in the Toronto one at the Big Slice.
This shirt is from the concert we went to in the States with Lydia. I remember we made you that sign saying like, "Hey, Aaron, I'm engaged, but tonight I'm all about you." And then he was like shouting out to you in the crowd and things like that.
Yeah, like the Big Slice, like he was very
Aaron and
funny.
I shared this Fanta drink, like
because she was like so.
And when I talk, sometimes my cheeks get all.
She got flustered, but that was funny. So we're like, let's take a picture, right?
Like, what does this taste like? We like swap drinks and like try. Obviously, this was 2014, so pre-pandemic germ shit. Yeah. But we were just like, it was like a fun time, and
it was like talking with a friend, right? Like you're just hanging out, eating pizza, having a salad, like
and this
there's Sophia there at that event.
Yes, because we took photos afterwards as well.
Photos. Our friend John actually recorded an interaction that we had with Aaron because we were smart, so we're like, okay, everyone's just sitting at these tables. We're gonna pull a chair out and put it at the end of the table so that Aaron will need a place to sit. So we did that specifically to have Aaron sit beside us. And he was just like so full of energy and life and hilarious and super fun. And the video that I was watching, I don't know, Sophia, did you rewatch that video?
I did, and I was like,
and at the very end he like hops over to go to another table and he's like, I'll be right back, and you're just like,
wait, sorry. I think
and then we were like, it's okay because we've had you for like 2 hours because he was sitting at our table for a very long time. I was exaggerating, I think, for the 2 hours, but he was there for a while.
It was definitely a long time. So then Lydia had not. I don't remember why Lydia didn't go to that first one in Toronto.
I have no money. I have no money my whole life.
Back in the day, I feel like you didn't want to go. But then when he was doing another one in Buffalo-ish area.
I went to Buffalo.
Yeah.
We're like, we're taking Rochester, you. I don't care. Get in the car. We're going. It was another pizza place. Gotta appreciate his meet and greets were pretty cheap too. Like,
yeah, they're very affordable. They were affordable. Maybe. Yeah.
But we even noticed a difference at that one.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't as good as the Toronto one, because before the Buffalo one, he definitely got high before coming in because we could smell the weed on him.
It was okay. Yes. The Buffalo one, let's talk about that because
I think we also played it up how good it was.
And we were like, the Toronto one was fantastic. It was so great, blah, blah, blah. So Lydia was like all hyped up, and then, you know.
So basically, don't hype things up. Wait.
No.
And then
maybe he was in like a good state of mind there, because like when we went, he was in a white van with his shitty friends, hot boxing. Like, this is the problem. This is like, okay, there's so many things that we need to talk about here. Okay, Aaron probably was like the Michael Jackson thing. He was surrounded by yes men, which does not
enablers, right?
Enabling people. He's a solo artist who's by himself. At least Nick has 4 other guys he can fall back on.
That's the thing. We've always said that about like boy bands versus solo artists. With a boy band, you have 4 other people there to keep you in check. If you're acting the fool, if you're depressed, if you're going through loneliness, all this stuff, you have other people there who are experiencing the exact same thing you are. So you're doing it together. When you're a solo artist, especially when you're much younger, because when he started, he was, I think, 9 when he released his first album.
Like, how the hell are you going to have business acumen when you're 9?
When you're 9, your parents, and no offense, like, yes, Nick had been on the thing, but Bob and Jane were just like poor schmucks. Like, they were not knowledgeable in things. They didn't have like the best childhood. There was 5 kids. They were very poor. Even Nick said in the documentary at one point, like the area that they were living in, was it Tampa, I believe, that like a lot of people really got into trouble and stuff like that. And if he hadn't become the Backstreet Boys, that to pull them out of that, like, you know, whatever. So, and then, you know, we don't know what the fuck with Lou Pearlman either, because Lou did a lot of stuff with Aaron, and you were never going to know because they've both passed away. And
but here's the thing, the weird thing. Okay. Like everyone. Okay. So like, I mean, I'm called Mama Lou as a joke on this podcast. Obviously I don't have a, you know, sexy ring of men, you know, doing things for me. I wish. Anyways, so when the whole Lou Pearlman stuff came out, Aaron was one of the only people who was like on Lou's side, right? When all the Michael Jackson shit came out, he was the only one who was on Michael Jackson.
Oh, right. Side. Yes, so, because he was also friends with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, too, and this is so like he's I mean, I don't want to, I mean, he's kind of like the Kanye West of the boy band place.
Did you see one of his last tweets?
Aaron
was to Kanye West saying, "Yo, bro, we got to talk" or something.
Yeah, and he's been trying to get Camilla from the Johnny Depp trial over because he wants to sue Melanie, and things just got really fucking weird. Sorry,
and
Beth.
It's just like, and
1 second. Beth,
we have a comment.
Can you see the comments?
Yes.
Okay. Beth
no, I can't.
That's okay. I'll read it to you. Beth Wilhelm says, "I wish I got a chance to meet him and see him. I did, however, talk to him on the phone when he did House of Carters." What? How did you meet him?
That's awesome.
Right, tell us more about that. I want to know how that worked. House of Carters, I couldn't watch all the way through. I got very uncomfortable, and I had to stop. And
for those who don't know, that was
I don't know. I still watched it for some reason.
You watched the whole thing?
I didn't.
When Aaron was in the
I don't know. I feel like I watched some of it. Yeah, I feel like I watched majority. I don't know.
When Aaron was in the hospital, that's when I had to stop because I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. I'm like, is this a television show or is this their real life? And I have a
yelling
feeling
at each other and stuff. Like,
it's
very dysfunctional. Like, I don't know. I couldn't watch it. I feel like Leslie was also kind of like treated like shit on that too. And it was just like, but and Leslie's dead now too. Maybe we will watch it in the future. Maybe that's a thing. But I feel like at the time it was giving me such anxiety to watch House of Carters that I didn't. So I don't know a lot of this stuff, but also like it fucking killed Aaron when Leslie died of a drug overdose.
But he said that Leslie molested him.
Yeah,
so like that years later. But like him and Leslie used to tour together a lot. So they were together a lot because she was the musician. So Angel was like obviously his twin, but she was not a musician and she didn't do modeling stuff. So it seemed like they were very close, and he was very upset. But then years later, he said that Leslie molested him when he was like 10 to 13.
Yeah, so him and like 2 backup dancers molested him too. And I'm just like,
and we're like, did this happen? Did it not? And there's no way of knowing because, you know, like he was also going through a bit of a manic period at that time when he was talking. So
yeah, it's hard.
Is this truthful? And it breaks my heart that if it was, like, that's horrible. And then like
no wonder he's got all these psychosis things.
Of course, I mean, like your family's supposed to be there to protect you and be there with you. And if as a child, especially, and who knows what kind of ridiculous situations he was getting put into and things like that. So,
but also like if that wasn't true, like that's kind of sad to say that when somebody's already dead, right?
True, because he also said some other allegations and things that really had you know, you're like, is this a thing? Like, is he just making this up? Like, I'm not even going to get into some of the shit that he had said, but like a lot of it didn't seem realistic either.
Yeah. Oh, Beth said they had left a number on the screen one time, and I was shocked that they answered the time I called. He seemed so sweet. Oh, see, Beth, yeah, like Aaron.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
He was good to his fans. He was good to his fans.
And legit, like Sophia and I went to New York twice to see him in the Fantastics. I think we actually
and he was very we went 3 times.
We went 3 times, but 2 trips. So the first time we went, Sophia's friends from Montreal as well. So we met up with them.
Jen and Kat,
Yes, Jen and Kat. And so, but yeah,
he was really good in Fantastics. Like,
he did a great job. Yeah. He was there. Afterwards, he met with all the people, gave big hugs, took pictures. The one time we went, Sophia, was that the second time we went for New Year's? I feel like I gave him pictures of him and Leslie as well. And he was like, thank you so much. Because Lydia had gotten some from a friend who had seen him at an amusement park or something. And they were like, we have these like pictures of them as little kids. Like,
yes. Oh, yes, that's right. That was Canada's Wonderland.
Yes, so we had some extra pictures, so I brought them to him at that time, and he was like, yeah. So
he was very touched by that.
Yeah, I don't think Aaron ever knew how obsessed I was with him. Like, I stole his garbage. Do you remember? I stole his garbage from his hotel room.
And we're not even 100% sure it was his garbage. I think it was his garbage, but if you want to tell that story.
Yeah, Aaron Carter was at Hamilton Place, right? And he was staying at the Sheraton. And for some reason, we had made a friend with someone who was afraid of elevators.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that girl was weird.
Yeah, I remember that. But she had the insider information of where Aaron was on the 11th floor.
Yes, the 11th floor.
The 11th floor. So like I went up and she's like, oh, he's in this room. And then I stole his garbage.
Did we even knock after climbing up 11 flights?
No, we didn't. We were too scared.
You're like, whatever, I'm opening this door. We
were too scared. And then Lydia's just like, I'm just going to take this McDonald's garbage. Because she had seen it like in a Teen Beat or something like that. There was an article about how Jane was complaining about how like Aaron goes to hotels too often because like he'll eat food in his room and then just put the plate outside the door.
Yeah.
So she's just like, oh. So Lydia's like, haha, that's what he does. He puts his garbage outside the door. So this is obviously Aaron's room. So yeah. And this is all that McDonald's bag for quite some time.
I did. And you know, as McDonald's food does not go bad, it didn't go bad. We eventually threw it away.
Elementary school friend had the exact same shoes that Aaron was wearing, the exact same shoes, size.
Same size, 11. No, so he was a 4.5 or 4.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was something like that. And they were like these like red shoes, and I kept them for like years.
So like after he got new shoes and he grew out of them, he's like, "Here's Lydia, you can have these Aaron Carter shoes."
And I was like, "Oh my god!" And yeah, it was just.
So did you keep them for a long time?
I kept them for a really long time. I think I eventually got rid of them. I think. Okay, guys. Here's where. Okay. Like when I talk about Aaron, I feel like I'm talking about like an ex-boyfriend because I cared about him so deeply, and like I'm married to like a real person now. So like it's weird to talk about.
It's like your first crush, right? Your first crush.
Real.
My head can confirm my husband is real. He's a real person. Yes. But
your first crush, you never forget your first crush.
You don't, right? And like the thing is, like, and Aaron, okay, like I don't know if I ever told anyone this, but like my nonna, like she was like Italian, she lived with us, she was like essentially like my mother, right? And so like the morning like she passed away, we all lived in the same house. The morning she passed away, I was listening to like Aaron Carter cassette tape, Girl You Shine, like on repeat. And I was in my school uniform. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the day. And then like I went like to go like, kiss my Nona goodbye. And then she was dead. And I was like, holy fuck, right? And then I'm like, Chinzy, I think Nona's dead. And you're like, no, she's not.
She's like, Chinzy, I think Nona's dead. I'm like, Nona's not dead. And then I grabbed her shoulder and like pulled her over. And yes, she definitely was. And she was, that's, if you have not ever seen like encountered a dead body before, it's very shocking and traumatizing.
Yeah.
Especially since like Nona was sleeping on her side, so like the top part was cold, but the bottom was warm, and her eyes and mouth were open, and it was, anyways, yes, that was a very traumatic experience.
Yeah, and then like then I had to call the police and all like that. So like Aaron is like ingrained in my mind of that day. I'll never forget that day. Like he was with me on a cassette tape, and that's really dumb. But
it's dumb. Why is it dumb?
Well, because
that's like, your memory. That's okay.
Let the music heal your soul, Lydia.
I guess
exactly.
Yeah,
it's on that.
Yeah, he was on that. Yeah. I'm very sad about it because like he was fucked, right? He was fucked, but he was like wonderful, if that makes sense. Like he was like, it was a very flawed human being, and he did so much, and he couldn't ever outgrow the shadow of his brother, and that was on him though. That he had fans, like he had fame. He didn't manage. He got used. He had to go bankrupt.
His lot of bad took things. A lot of his money.
Yes, like shitty shit happened to him.
Shitty business or financial people fucked up things. Like, but the thing is that he was like a fighter, right? He always had goals. He was always going for it. Like even when Sophia and I met him at the first pizza place, he was like, yeah, I'm going to do a worldwide tour. I'm going to go on tour. I'm like, oh, are you going to do stuff with the Backstreet Boys? And he's like, no, I don't want to do anything with them again. This is me doing my own thing, whatever. And it's just like. And he did stuff with O-Town, like O-Town put some tributes out to him yesterday, things like that.
I'll share that when I have it up on the
like screen. Dan Miller's was really good.
Oh, I didn't see Dan's.
I didn't see Dan's. Hold on a second.
I saw Jacobs and the regular O-Town one, but
Dan Miller, he wrote a really nice tribute as well.
On Instagram, or
are you able
to Instagram story? I don't know if it's still there, but hopefully it is.
Oh, it's a story. Okay.
This one was a weird one. I don't know if you guys can see. Wait, no, it's not that one. Sorry, it's not that one. Like, oh God, the lady who ruined his life. What was her name?
The lady who ruined
his life.
Hilary Duff.
She didn't ruin his life. Oh my God.
Yes, she did.
Teenagers.
Yes, she did.
He was dating Lindsay Lohan at the same time he was dating Hilary Duff. So.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of shitty.
He cheated on her?
Was it this one? Yeah, he did.
He was like the one that got away, right? So like.
Yeah.
Because he always went on interviews and was like, I want to marry Hilary Duff. And Hilary Duff is like, calm yourself.
Hell no. I know. Sorry, let me just, you know what? I got a lot of tabs.
I'm not going to share. Okay, I found the Dan one.
Okay. Oh, you did? Okay. I'm going to stop sharing so you can share the Dan one.
I don't know if I can share because it's one of those things that it might like disappear. So I'm just going to hold it down on my thing. You can't really pause things because they just disappear.
Okay.
Instagram. I can't. What is that thing called?
Story.
IG story.
Yes.
IG
so it says. So it's a picture of that. The four of them with Aaron. It says, O-Town toured with Aaron Carter for several years on the Pop 2000 tour. For the first year or so that we toured together, I came to know him as a happy, quirky, generous, and talented kid. The Aaron that I described changed overnight after a handful of his friends showed up to a tour date.
Right? That's
if you have any friends like that in your life, please get rid of them.
Yes.
I thought that was really good. So
yes, I agree.
Like
fucking Dan.
And honestly, I feel like that is so true because I feel like we were there around that time. Because when we went to that thing, Lydia didn't come to this concert, but it was right around my birthday, like 3 years ago.
Yes.
4 years ago, I want to say like 2019-ish.
Something like that.
And Aaron was just really off that day. Like he was opening, he was like kind of
getting angry at fans for not understanding the lyrics. Yeah, like
so he had just released some new music, and he's like, "Fuck, I want candy. I don't want any of this shit." Blah blah blah. And he was like being like, and he's just like, "Why aren't you singing along? Fuck you!" And he's like swearing at people in the crowd. He was just it was an uncomfortable show. It was not something that, and it was still because like a lot of times when the show it's dark, so you can't really see, and you're like, oh, they can't see us. He was one of the first ones on, so it was still daylight, and it was just like really uncomfortable and awkward to be there. And then after that, he had started doing all those rants, and like, he'd be posting on Twitter and then deleting things and doing all this stuff. So like that was kind of like the beginning of the end, and it was really sad because, like, again, as Sophia and I have said, we've met Aaron a bunch of times over the years, and he was always super sweet and genuine and like a caring person. Like he just seemed like a person that was very caring and wanted to be loved and wanted to give love and stuff like that. And sometimes over the past few years, you could kind of see that, but then you would just like the shitty people that he surrounded himself with and allowed that. I don't know, man.
It's just really hard to see that, like, because what he was and then what he became, it's very sad.
Yeah, no, it's super sad.
And it's super sad. Yeah. To go from, sorry, were you saying something?
Oh, no, I just, no, yeah, I'm gonna share a couple more things if that's okay.
Do you have some other people's tribute or whatever?
I do. Okay, so hold on. Okay. Let's see here.
Jacob's on Twitter was nice too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys got that one. I don't know. No. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so I'm not able to.
That's okay. Okay, see here. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3. I already used those.
You reshared it from the White Band Break account.
Okay, there's the one from Angel. I don't know if you guys can see this one.
Yes,
Angel is his twin. So she says, to my twin, I loved you beyond measure. You will be missed dearly. My sweet, funny Aaron. I have so many memories of you and I promise to cherish them. I know you're at peace now. I will carry you with me until the day I die and I get to see you again. So like, here's like the photos of them as babies. It's just like, oh my God, so sad. Like,
just be like, that's like so heartbreaking to lose. Like, obviously it's sad to lose any sibling, but like a twin, you have like a special bond with them, right? So like,
because you can almost feel like their pain as well, right? As a twin, I've heard that anyways. So it's like extra now painful.
Yeah, like she's I mean, I just don't get what happened.
There was a falling out a few years ago. He was going through a bit of like a manic period.
I know.
He threatened to murder people.
Lauren and
the baby, and so like Angel and Nick put a restraining order and stuff like that, and they were trying to work things out. But then he was like, "Fuck you guys!" Like, it's just
like, oh, sorry, what else?
So like once you go that far, like, ooh, that's a fine line to get that kind of relationship back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna read.
It was a very sad situation.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, I don't know what you could do after that, really, to mend the fences.
Yeah, exactly. Here, let me read this article just because this one was really good. It described a lot of what happened. Okay, so it says pop singer Aaron Carter dies at 34, and obviously he just died yesterday, November 5th.
November 5th.
Okay, Aaron Carter, the troubled pop singer who had early success at Aaron's and is covered by I Want Candy, has died at 34. So, according to TMZ, his body was found inside of his home on Saturday morning. Cause of death is not immediately disclosed, but the website said he was in the bathtub and foul play is not suspected. So, essentially what happened was his house sitter came. She found him, called 911, was instructed to do CPR, did CPR until the EMS came, and then he was already dead at that point. So he had died in the bathtub, likely.
So they have no idea what time or anything. Like, as of right now, we know nothing. So I'm sure more information will come out in the next few weeks. But this is the extent of
what we know. So the Stringer, who is the younger brother of Nick Carter, struggled most of his life with addiction and mental health issues and several stints in rehab, including one in September, so like 2 months ago, and very public battles with his family and his girlfriends. And that was, I mean, like, obviously with Nick, he threatened to kill his wife or with his shotguns or whatever.
He said that, like, his girlfriends, there was domestic violence. They were abusing him. Like, there's things like, so you don't,
we don't know the truth.
So he's saying that she abused him, but I don't know if it's the other way around. Like, or they did it to each other. Like, I have no idea.
Could have been to each other as well.
Yeah, because you're not there, so you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And like, sometimes there's these people that prey on celebrity, right? And because like they couldn't be a celebrity themselves, so they're like, okay, I'll find like a low level celebrity and I'll like date them and all this shit, right? Anyways, was that you, Chen?
No, we got him.
Okay.
Nobody.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so and his very public battles with family and girlfriends. On a 2017 episode of The Doctors, Carter was asked to name his greatest fear. Not being able to live as long as I can is my greatest fear. So that's like very, foreshadowing of what
ominous kind of thing.
Yeah. Carter admitted he was using drugs like Xanax and oxycodone, which he obtained either by prescription or off the street to relieve pain, stress, or pain or angst. On the same show 2 years later, Carter said that he had been diagnosed with multiple personality disorder, schizophrenia, acute anxiety, and manic depression. That's a lot. Having one of those is big, but having all 4 of them, it's like, holy crap. Sorry, do you need?
Sorry, no, I'm good.
If you need to take that, it's fine.
I'm not. I'm fine.
We're on live. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, and he said, "This is my reality." He's holding a bag of 6 medications. He's been prescribed Xanax, Sequel, gabapentin, hydrodoxine, trazodone, and omeprazole.
That's a lot.
That's fucking a lot, okay?
That's a lot of things.
This is a problem. This is a problem.
And the things, one of those things on its own, fine, but then also there's reactions when you take multiple things.
Yeah.
And even if you're prescribed things, if you're not taking them in the right order or dosage or things like that, shit can go wrong. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
Like, okay, like I'll tell you guys, like, if you ever miss a pill, the withdrawal of what happens to you is really bad, and you can get manic and crazy and angry and after
the latest little thing can set you off that would normally be just like a nothing, like this is the end of the world right now, right?
And this is the problem with our society as a Western medicine, is that doctors, they're just pill pushers, and it's really, really sad. When I went through my depression, when I had my mental breakdown last year, I'm sure you guys all know about it. I had a very high paying job at a government, and it was great. When I had to go through what I went through, well, a lot of what helped me wasn't drugs. I'm not going on drugs because I don't need that. And some people, it works for
you. And you know what? It does work for some people.
It does work.
So we're not shitting upon that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying what worked for me. What worked for me was therapy and time and just a life change. And that's what ended up making me feel better. I'm not fucking there yet. It's a work in progress. And
everyone is different. Everyone takes everything differently.
Yeah, but when you're like celebrity status, when you're like this big, like everyone wants a piece of you, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like people want a piece of you, doctors want a piece of that, like it's disgusting. It's disgusting that they push this much. You don't that is way too many medications. That is a lot of medications.
Yeah.
And like you said,
well, remember even like the guy Michael Jackson, when he died, like his doctor was prescribing like bullshit. And the thing is if you have money, and then if you have like some sort of star power or whatever like that, they don't care. They're just going to do anything. In fact, they're going to try to push more shit on you because you have the money and they can take advantage of it.
That's the American medical system. Sorry, guys. It's very monetized, and it's disgusting. And like that, I mean, it sucks. Like even in America, like it sucks that like the health system is so shitty there that like you have to pay to play, essentially. And it's disgusting because your health should not be something that is a luxury, Like it should be something that healthcare is something that everyone should have freely, because we all are important to this planet. All of us have a purpose here. No one is more important than someone else. That's just my opinion as a Canadian who has free healthcare. But it's just, anyways, long story short, I thought Aaron had a spectrum of problems. As a child star, he was fucked mentally, financially, probably physically.
Stunted growth too, because if you're growing up, he was not living a normal life. He wasn't going to elementary school and high school with like his peers. He was on the road, surrounded, getting whatever the heck he wanted, had adoring fans, just giving him Beanie Babies and doing things, things and traveling the world and like doing stuff, but like cool, like you're traveling the world, but most of the time you're stuck in your hotel room or things like that, right?
Yeah.
So you have to come up with ways to cope with things. Like there's just you can't really form meaningful relationships. Like you get a girlfriend, she's not on tour with you, or maybe she is, I don't know, but like
she's smoking out,
you know, and then what you don't.
But is like, and then the girls are there for you or for the money, that kind of thing.
It's just like you don't like. It's much easier that if someone tells you no, then you're like, fuck you, I'm just going to cut you off from my life and get a yes person to follow me, right?
Yeah.
Because when someone's trying to give you the hard truth, or your parents trying to discipline you, like you can't discipline me. I pay all our bills. I do all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I want a Grammy.
Yeah. You know, like I'm an adult, even though I'm 13, 14, 15 years old, because you think that you know everything and my parents know nothing. And granted, and it's not like child stars obviously don't have a thing, but also the parents of child stars, you have no fucking clue. You're just Joe Schmo down the street who knows nothing about anything, and now suddenly you have a child, and then you have these people telling you, no, this is normal, this is that, oh well, don't worry about it, sign your rights away, like and they had like 3 or 4 other kids that they were like, so it's just like there's just a lot going on and not a good support system, and a lot of people
not healthy at all from the beginning
and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, so I don't know if this is doxing myself. I'm millennial, right? Okay, I think it's pretty obvious because, I got crow's feet and shit like that.
You're a what?
So I'm a millennial.
Oh, God. Okay, yes.
Okay. Oh, God.
I heard I'm a Lennox. I was like, what does that even mean?
I'm a millennial. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the Gen Zs of this world is like the younger generation. And they're very much open with their struggles, with their gender. They're a lot more open. Aaron was kind of in the middle. He kind of was in the middle, like kind of like a tail end of millennial, beginning of Gen Z. Whereas like when you struggled, you hid it, right? More than you showed it, right? Whereas Gen Z is like, hey guys, here's my social media. By the way, I can't eat a salad or else my management will get mad at me. And then people are like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? So like, he was still part of the Lou Pearlman era of like dealing with shit. And I feel like that's probably part of his downfall too. Like he's living in the shadow of his older brother. He doesn't have a support system. He was surrounded by yes men. He did it.
There's just a lot of toxic things around him, toxic.
Yeah. And me personally as a fan, I'm just like, I loved Aaron back then. Aaron of now was very scary to me. I mean, like, I would put on his lives and me and my husband would watch it, and we could only watch it for like 2 minutes before we're like, oh, I gotta turn this off. Like, this is making me really uncomfortable.
And then there's people like fighting with him, and
this is okay
like that too. There was also a lot of bullying too, and that's not cool either.
No, what happened in his lives? If you've ever watched his lives, he would ignore you. Like if you're like, oh, I love you, Aaron, I've been a fan since I was 16, he would ignore you. But if someone came in and it was like, fuck you, you F word, and then he'd be like, oh yeah, fuck me, oh yeah,
we'll bring you on camera.
Look at all my chains, look at all this. He was super insecure.
Look, I have all this money. I have this. I just bought all these cars. You're a fucking loser.
Right.
But then he was also bankrupt and had no money. So like, then he lied. Like when he said, "Oh, I bought an island or I bought a house." I'm just like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like,
oh yeah, he did.
And then he would pretend to post pictures of like his house, but he didn't really have the house. Like
he didn't live there.
I wasn't sure what was going on there.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, sorry. Let me continue with this article.
Oh yeah,
sorry. It really goes into like everything in detail. This is like a really good bad article. Okay. So anyways, he was on all these pills, and he insisted that other than taking hydrocodone for following a dental procedure, I haven't taken any opioids. I don't know if that's a what's a here or there statement. You're still taking lots of drugs. But anyways, drug tests administered on the show revealed Carter tests positive for marijuana, extended opioids, hydrocodone, and bendoneptine. So even though he said like, I didn't take this, it's like the test showed that he took it. So it's kind of like back with that,
not being truthful.
Manic, schizo, manic, all that stuff, right? Anyways, the singer also revealed a year-long audition with huffing and described himself as a drug addict in recovery. I don't know about that. Okay, obviously we know that.
We don't know. right? Like we're basically taking the word of his word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Carter's sister Leslie, a one-time Toronto resident, died of an overdose in
Hamilton
2012.
resident, by the way.
Yeah, she lived in Hamilton, by the way. She lived down the street from us.
And I still like.
We should have gone.
I still feel like I should have tried harder to like. I didn't want to be like a creepy weirdo.
I didn't want to be a creepy fan, right? But yeah,
yes.
She like lived nearby like our high school, and like,
literally the last memory that I have of Leslie was like a really good memory. Like we were down at Pier 4 and there was a big like kind of festival. Rocky Records was there. My old boss Gino, he was doing a barbecue and like selling stuff. So I saw Leslie and Mike, because I believe this was before she had the baby, I think. So they were like just walking hand in hand, enjoying like the really nice day. It was like a sunny day. They came over, they bought some burgers and stuff. I didn't say anything or not, like I smiled or whatever at them and like whatever, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, how's like, you know, whatever.
I know.
And I was just like, it's just, and I watched them walk away and they're like halfway down the field and they were just like eating their burgers and having like a really like, just like a nice romantic, like she just looked good. Like she looked like they were happy and in love and all this stuff. So I said to Gino's daughter, Tia, I was like, hey, do you know who that was? And she's like, who? I was like, the girl that was just here. She's like, no, I don't know who that is. I'm like, oh, that's Leslie Carter. She's Nick and Aaron's sister. Oh my God, that's it. Oh my God. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, this is why I didn't tell you, because they were out having a really nice day and I didn't really want to like.
I know, because they're
disrupt that, right? Yeah.
They weren't performing at this thing. They were just having a nice day in the sunshine walking around. So like
they're also trying to be regular people, right?
They're just trying to be the regular people having a regular day. Like it was just nice. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, obviously Leslie's in a good space, like things are good, like
things are positive.
Yeah, but and then you never know what happens, right?
And then she overdosed and she died. Like it's really sad.
Because you don't know what people are going through, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, and can you honestly say this is Nick's fault? Yes and no. It's not really.
No.
It's not really
okay.
his fault.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you talk and then I'll say my
Yeah. Okay. Because like because a lot of people will go after Nick and they'll be like, you could have done more, you're rich, blah, 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 right? But like, okay, so Nick's only thing is that he had good intentions. He got famous to pull his family out of poverty, right? And I mean, that obviously that wasn't his only thing. That was one of the, like, he wanted to be famous himself. Like he had a lot of skill. He has a lot of, things, right? Like, I don't think he meant anything. But the problem is, it's like you're like a big ship. When you're a celebrity, you become this big fucking yacht, and you make waves, and that impacts. It's like a butterfly effect. It impacts everyone and everything around you, right? Because you can't have, like, if I was a sibling of Nick, I'm like, oh, are people actually my friend? Or are they just my friend because Nick? Right? It's like, oh, you guys have money. It's like, oh, I don't have. Nick has money. I don't have money. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, why can't you be like Nick? It's like, well, because I'm not him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Nick has beautiful blue eyes. I have brown eyes. Like, we're different people. It's kind of like, I mean, you could throw money at a problem, but if you're not willing to fix yourself, what else can Nick do? Like,
I also will say,
Nick has paid for rehab in the past. Nick has done things. Aaron blamed Nick for Leslie's death, saying, whatever. But the fact of the matter is when you're in a state of whatever, and you're manic or you're having a depressive episode or whatever, regardless of what someone says to you, or if you are not in the mood to accept that help or that information, you are not going to do it. And I've seen it with other people that I have actually been friends with in real life when they're going through a really shit time. Even with you, Lydia, sometime last year too.
Like for my brain has left the building.
Angry, hateful, whatever. The most you can do is like drop off chicken pot pie, do stuff like that. But I can't force you to get out of your house. I can't force you to do things. If you're in that thing, like the only person that can fix themselves is yourself.
Yes.
And that's the shitty part. And then people always say, go speak to a therapist, whatever. But when you're in that depressive, ridiculous state, you don't want to talk to a therapist. No. You don't want to pull yourself out of it. There's no and they tried to do the 5150 on Aaron. They tried to get him into protective custody for a thing. Things didn't work. So if people are not, if you are not willing, so as much as people want to blame Nick or blame Jane or blame Lou Pearlman or blame anything, at the end of the day, the only person you can blame is yourself. Like, yes, you were in a shitty situation, you have things, but there's other people who have been children of serial killers, didn't go out and kill people just because their dad did, things like that. So it's just,
all of us have something shitty that happened in our life. It's
shitty. And when you surround yourself with people who are agreeing with you and enabling your shittiness, because his buddies are getting like the free money, they're getting the drugs, they're getting the stuff, they're getting the clout or whatever the fuck it's called. They're getting all the perks of being his friend, and don't want to say like, hey bro, you know, maybe you want to tone that down a little bit, because then he'd be like, fuck you, you're not part of my crew anymore.
You're getting cut.
Somebody else is coming in. So it sucks, and it sucks to see people go through this, and it's hard, but like, and this is a terrible outcome, and it should never have gotten to this.
It shouldn't.
But even as of last month, as of September, he was in rehab. He obviously wanted to try to do this, but it was like an outpatient one. Maybe he needed to go to an inpatient one, maybe whatever. Like maybe people say he should have tried harder for his son. You know, like you don't know what situation anyone is in, and you only see a little glimpse of what they're posting on social media. And a lot of times I curate it. A lot of his were real, because he would just go live for hours and hours and fall asleep or pass out or do drugs or like listen to make really shitty music or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Some good music.
You know, he does. He does have a lot of good music, but I just feel like some of the things I was listening to in random lives, I was like, this is not my type of music. But
sorry, so what you were gonna say something about is Nick's fault?
I think Nick tried his best to help as best he could. But at a certain point in your life, you have to set boundaries as well.
Yeah.
You have to say, I have a family, I did the best that I could, and now it's time to take care of me and my family and be safe away and love from a distance.
Yeah.
Which I know is sad to say, but also peace of mind and for your mental health as well, right? Like, I think Nick did the best that he could, and nobody should be blaming Nick.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think mostly, like, Aaron lived in Nick's shadow, but that's only because he allowed it, right? Aaron had his own fan base. He had his own music. Like, I don't understand, like, why he didn't think he was good enough. Right? Like
was it like the label who was like, oh, let's get the BSB fans on your side, and then that way you have more? I don't know. Maybe it was from the beginning, right? I don't know.
Let's talk about the corporations that failed Aaron, because they did, right? Record labels are disgusting, and I mean, Chunzia, record labels even ruined Serial Joe's life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let's be fucking honest here. They chose Sum 41 over Serial Joe, and Serial Joe got dropped. And they're like,
because they're in the business of making money. They're in the business of doing things.
They don't give a shit about artists. They don't give a shit about the music. They want the money, right? And it's disgusting. Like, we're getting better. I will say, as a society, we are getting better, but there's still a long way to go. I mean, we have YouTube, we have SoundCloud, we have Spotify, we have ways for people to make it without needing, you know, corporate America's, you know, tap on the butt, like, oh, here you go, here's some money for an album. Like, the way that we've monetized the arts is disgusting. Like, social media is disgusting. Like, people burn out because, like, oh, you got to post every day or else the algorithm is just going to push you back and you're not going to get the exposure that you want. It's all shit. We're in a shitty loop of shit. And Aaron was depressed, and Aaron fucking killed himself. And I mean, we don't know yet.
We don't know for sure. It could have been like an accidental drowning or something.
It probably was an accidental overdose. Maybe like,
people are speculating it's like an accidental overdose in the bathtub. Yeah,
it probably was. Because I'm pretty sure he was like unconscious and probably drowned in the bathtub.
Yes. Like, and was obviously home alone, I guess, because I'm sure if anyone else was home, they would have been like, hey, why are you in the bathtub so long? Like, you know.
Yeah. I think also, okay, in a weird way, he may have planned his own death too, because, like, okay, I saw this TikTok, which it was an interview with Aaron about how Nick would send, okay, because, like, this drowning in that. Sorry, William's bringing up some good points. Like a lot of people have died by drowning. But
didn't wasn't Leslie also found in the shower?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I could have sworn she had an accident
in the bathtub at least.
I feel it.
Because like Whitney Houston, wasn't Whitney Houston's daughter? Whitney Houston's daughter was dead in the bathtub. And then I guess Nick would send Aaron texts like, "This could be you," like as a way to smarten up, right? But when when Aaron was talking in his interview, he's like, Nick would send me these things. Thanks a lot. You know what I mean? But like, I don't think he meant it in a malicious way. He's just like, hey, buddy, smarten up or this is going to be right. So it's all about perspective.
And we don't even know if this was actually even said.
And this is the thing. Anything that Aaron says, we don't know if it's true.
To his friend.
Yeah.
We
could always be lying, right? You never know like what he's saying. Yeah.
I mean, unless we like take his phone and dox everything he's ever said in his whole life. I mean, but even still, like if Aaron says things, they're not, it's possible that they might not be true either. This is like the weirdest thing. This is like the weirdest death. It was very we have like a very
apparently he was on TikTok the day before his death as well.
Is he?
Apparently that's what I read.
Wow.
So I was just like, wow.
Even that is interesting too, right? Because like
Leslie's been gone 10 years, guys.
Oh shit, that's
good. February
time is flying. Oh my gosh.
She she had just prescription drugs, and she was trying to. She had schizophrenia, bipolar, and anxiety medication apparently in her system. She was found. So she was living at her dad's house with her daughter, but I think she was in the middle of a divorce, possibly. I'm not sure, but I don't know, man.
That's so sad too, man. That's a lot of family members dead.
And then I also forgot that the dad died, and Aaron was very close to his dad. And dad died 5 years ago, or something.
Of a heart attack, right?
A heart attack, yes.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of heartbreak for one family.
3 people in your immediate family to pass away. Like that is a lot. I feel so bad for Nick, Angel, BJ,
BJ,
Jane has obviously gone through a bunch of stuff. Jane has done.
I feel like Jane has done a lot of stuff. Okay, like toxic mothers is an issue that people don't talk about. People aren't ready to talk about. You know, it was just a lot of things failed, Aaron, and this isn't the I mean, this is the outcome that we all saw coming, but we didn't want to admit it fully. To be honest with you.
Like you wanted him to get better, right? Like you prayed and you like hoped that like something would happen that he would get better, but sometimes it just not. I don't know.
Because like even like the industry that he was in, right? It was very, very much like, we concentrate on looks, right? And then he wasn't looking so good, and everyone was like roasting him for it, and it's just like, his determination was great because like. He was like, I got dropped my record label. I bought my own equipment. I'm going to make my own music. He made Fool's Gold. I fucking love that song. That was a great
song, yes.
It was amazing.
A little arm piano, though. I don't know.
With the arm piano. Yeah, exactly. You know what? Like, it sucks. It sucks when addicts die because, like, you feel like a story is unfinished. You're like, oh, there's, like, so much more that could have been there. But like, I don't know if I can, even in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I can imagine an old Aaron Carter because he was just a live fast, die young kind of person. And it's sad. It's all very sad, right? Like he was failed by the industry. He was failed by society. He was failed by, no offense, his fans too, like were enablers.
They're like, he's fine. He's just living dreams. He's having a great time. No, stop calling the cops on him. Stop calling and they would. And then, and in the cops, I believe they had said to Leslie, not Leslie. Oh my God. Angel had called again or something. And they're like, mental illness is not a crime. We can't
I remember anything. That.
So no one was,
And so many failings.
You can't help someone who doesn't want help too.
That too.
Yeah.
As an adult, you cannot force someone to do anything that they don't want to do.
No.
If they're not in immediate danger to other people, then they won't do anything. Like
right. Yeah, exactly. It's just it's all very sad, right? And then it makes you like rethink your life. You're like, oh fuck, like am I really doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Do I have time left? Like we're all not guaranteed to live till 100, right?
That's true.
So when people die young, you're just like, am I making the right choices? Like, it makes you really question yourself and your own mortality, right? You're just like, fuck, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're always reflective of yourself, I think, too. Like, treat every day as like a big day or a special day or whatever.
Yeah. Because we think time is unlimited until it's not, right? Like, I feel really, really bad. I mean, like, what could I have done?
Torn. I don't know. I feel
what could I have done as a person? I would say comments in his Facebook Live, he would ignore me. So I'm like, okay. I mean, like,
there's nothing you could have done.
Right?
He was the way he was, and that's how he was. Like, you weren't gonna change his mind.
No, exactly. And like, let's be honest. The women he picked were not good for him either. Like, he was probably very
shallow.
Yes, I know
he was, because he told our one friend who was really close, like, would follow him around a lot and stuff. So he told her that she needs to hit the gym and lose weight, or else he would never date her.
Like,
not that he ever planned on dating her. So that was a kind of a douchey thing. So it's not like he hasn't said or done douchey things in the past.
No, like, he's a douche. Yeah, like,
right. So if that was what he had said to her, right?
Yeah, he said like you need to lose maybe like 30 pounds or whatever, and I was just like, she's not even that. Wow. She's not even that big. Even
that plus size. She was like regular
talking
size.
About. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he was in his own way.
Yeah.
He was in his own way with his like music, because he's like, oh, I'll never be as good as Nick. It's like, dude, you have a fan base. You were fine. Everyone loved you. Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like he always needed to like date women who were like bigger than him. Yeah, like, I don't know what that, like, remember when he dated Paris Hilton after Nick?
He dated Paris Hilton only because her and Nick broke up, so he could like rub it in Nick's face.
It's really fucking gross, though.
I don't even know if they even dated or if they just took a picture together. I don't even know what the heck was going on with that.
I thought it was just part of the House of Carter's thing, and that's it.
I don't know.
Yeah, we really don't know what the truth is. Like,
he had an OnlyFans. He had things like that.
Oh my gosh!
I saw his pee-pee, and that was that, because I mean
that was not like keep your imagination into your imagination kind of thing, right? You don't want to know.
I talk a big game, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about the tease for me, because like, I know the Backstreet Boys will never give me what I want from them, and I'm kind of okay with that. But like, because it's like
after you've seen Aaron's, you're like, no, I don't want to know.
It's like going to a burlesque show and going to a strip club, right? You know, someone takes off their glove, like, oh, is there a hand under there, right? But then like when you're at a strip club, you're like, oh, that's a labia in my face. Okay, well, it's not so fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. But yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I saw.
No, it does. It does.
Saw his wiener, and my 12-year-old self died a little bit, because I was like, ooh.
Not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Yeah.
Did we talk about Lena Valentine?
No. So we did not.
His ex-girlfriend. Did you see all the? Did I send you guys those?
No.
I saw them on her Instagram story, right?
So she did an Instagram story. I screenshotted them all. But
okay. You know what?
I'll just read it really quick.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So it says, Aaron, I've mourned the loss
of. Explain who she was for the people who don't know who she was.
So she was his girlfriend for a year, 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, I think around that time.
Where did he meet her?
I don't know.
A mutual friend, maybe.
And like stuff. So
I don't know.
Okay.
But like, so they did fight a lot, but for the most part, they got along very well. So it said, Aaron, I've mourned. I think, was she Angel's friend?
Possibly.
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I've mourned the loss of you. Few days before we broke up, we both cried our eyes out because your addiction won, and we both knew it. For the last few years, I knew that any day now I would be writing this.
Oh my God.
You have no idea how hard your family and I fought to try and help you and get you back to sobriety. How much pain it has caused us to see your health deteriorate over the last years. But I want people to remember who you were when you were sober. I was fortunate enough to get you there and witness how incredible you were when you were healthy. So there's like,
oh my God, that's so sweet and so
picture
sad.
Of them. I don't know where my camera is. It says, we've explored every corner of this world together. We fought, we laughed, we taught each other new things. We spent so much time with our families together. We've taught me what Thanksgiving was. I carved my first pumpkin with you. Oh. I'm screaming through tears with absolute pain and anger at people who have enabled you in the past years instead of helping.
Yes.
I'm screaming with anger at the police who I've cried my eyes to for years, begging them to do something and to 5150 you because I knew this day would come if we didn't get you help. To which police constantly would tell me, ma'am, being mentally ill isn't a crime.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Fuck you to every doctor and dentist that I was brave enough to threaten and tell off for giving you Xanax, knowing that you're an addict. Yeah. To all your enablers who didn't listen, who didn't believe.
Oh, that's very sad.
Except it's something I can't. Too late for anger, Aaron, and I will forever cherish our conversation when you were sober and confessions about your inner demons, your family, and I love you so much. Even though you and I have parted, your twin sister has become such a close friend to me. I can't wait to hug her and hold her. I wish you knew the amount of love Angel has for you. There's another picture of them. And it's even broken up, you'd always tell me you'd find me one day. And if you die, you'd find me. You can rest now, Aaron. I'm wishing you so much peace. You're absolutely in a better place than you have been the last couple of years until we meet again. I feel like we've taken over 100 flights together. Tomorrow I'm on my way to LA. I'll think of you making me do this to you like the goofball you were. And it was some sort of, I don't know, some video. I couldn't see what they're doing. Something on a plane. Aaron, we really loved karaoke nights, and even though I was very bad at this, no one loved snow as much as you did, and them kind of skiing. I want everyone to remember you as Aaron, who played chess with me, had cooking contests with me. I was always a better cook, built me a meditation room because he wanted me to teach him yoga and meditating, loved playing Mario Kart with his siblings and I, and would never let me win. Would never let me paint in peace. I want people to know that you became I want people to know who you became the last couple of years wasn't you.
So it's true. It's true.
And then just rest in peace, Aaron. And it's just like
a very nice tribute.
So that was a very nice tribute.
That's heartbreaking.
Very sad. Yeah.
So it's just
Joey McIntyre also went live and said a few nice things about him as well. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Did they?
It's on his page. On the
let me try to find it.
I posted it to our Boy Band Break IG stories. So.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
There was also NSYNC posted about it.
And New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
That account. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Can I read?
Did you share the Nick one yet?
Yeah. No. I want to. If that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's share. Okay. I'll just share. I'll just share my whole screen just because there's like a lot. There's a lot going on here. Okay. So this one we read. We read that already. This one. This one. It was
just another one.
Yeah. It's another one. Yeah. I think. This had pictures. Oh, look how cute he was.
And then he just started getting more face tattoos.
Yeah, that's kind of
see how like.
Yeah.
Oh! Shoot! Can I finish reading this? Sorry, guys.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then, sorry. We talked about how Leslie had died in 2017 or 2012. Sorry.
2012.
Okay. My sister Leslie suffered from bipolar and took lithium to treat it. She never liked the way it made her feel, and when she was off, she did things that she never meant to, and I truly believe that. My sister raped me from the age of 10 to 13 when she wasn't on her medications. I was abused not only sexually by her, but first 2 backup dancers when I was 8 years old. Whether or not that's true, we'll never know. But it's just
shitty thing to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, exactly. Carter also alleged that his brother Nick abused him his whole life. Nick has denied the claim and repeatedly tried to get him put on a 501-5 hold or 5150 hold. According to California law for an involuntary psychiatric commitment of people who suspect of being a danger to themselves or others. In a response, Nick tweeted a statement: "After careful consideration, my sister Angel and I regret that we're required to seek a restraining order against our brother Aaron today in light of Aaron's increasingly alarming behavior, his recent confession that he harbors thoughts and intentions of killing my pregnant wife and unborn child. We're left with no choice but to take every measure possible to protect ourselves and our family. We love our brother and truly hope he gets the proper treatment he needs before any harm comes to himself or anyone else. And then in 2017, Carter's family reportedly said they were worried about him hurting himself, claiming that he was abusing prescription drugs and inhaling aerosol spray can to clean keyboards. Singer brushed off concerns. I talked to no one in my family except for my mother, he tweeted. Everyone needs to relax and let me enjoy my life without all this false new things. In 2018, Canadian Justin Bieber expressed his support, saying, I had your album when I was little. I bumped a song Aaron's Party. I was like 7. If you need a hype man, I got you. All the love over here, Aaron. Okay.
Aaron has also made comments about Justin Bieber. I don't know, but yeah.
I was the first Justin Bieber. I was Justin Bieber before Justin Bieber. I remember.
Yes.
Which is kind of true, but also, yeah. All right. Carter started performing as a young boy, released self-titled album. This is all kind of stuff we know. Oh, he shot the video for I Want Candy in Toronto. I didn't know that. During the appearance on Toronto's Morning Show in 2013, Carter spoke about a lot of struggles, how he felt ostracized by the industry that exploited him as a child. Facts. It became very difficult. I started trying to figure out, what am I doing? What am I rebuilding myself and rebuilding my life? I have to find a way to get out of here. It was difficult, and I had a lot of proving to do. Which, ouch, right? He competed on season 9 of Dancing with the Stars. Was this before or after Nick?
Before.
And then Nick took it from him? I don't know what that is. Okay. Finishing in 5th place. No.
Took what from him?
Did nothing. Well, so many people are on Dancing with the Stars.
I mean, this is point. And he was lead in the off-Broadway show The Fantastics, which you guys mentioned.
Which we had seen, yep.
Yeah. And then he filed for bankruptcy in 2013. He listed his total assets at $8,000 and his liabilities at $2.2 million. So that's a lot. He also owed back taxes to the government and also $31,000 to American Express. He earned an average of $2,000 a month, and he said he was living with a relative. I don't know which relative. I guess maybe his mom.
Maybe his mom. Or no, was he living with BJ for a while?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
And
then in 2019, he launched a GoFundMe for $100,000 because he claimed to be broke. I don't have any money, and I lied and just misdirected about my finances. Oh, fuck. And then he made a video message on Instagram begging for the $100,000 so I can move to an undisclosed location where I'm safe. Trust me. Please donate the money. So, like, that's very troubling. And then he shared nude photos on his OnlyFans to supplement his income. And then he signed on to production of Naked Boys in Las Vegas, but he was axed before his first performance. So
yeah, people brought up issues.
What happened? Do you know?
I think just like because he had a lot of people who were like always like constantly like against him or whatever. So they like complained to the thing and said, hey, this is the type of shit that he posts on social media and things like that. So I think that's what happened.
Oh, like cancel culture?
I think so. I could be wrong though.
I mean, maybe. He also took part in a celebrity boxing match at Atlantic City, which I watched.
Did watch that.
I did not watch this. I watched it afterwards. Yeah.
It was very uncomfortable.
And very quick.
Yeah, very quick. Yeah, absolutely. I think he walked out, didn't he?
No, it was the guy won. He punched him in the head or something.
Oh yeah. It was like, and then
right, because now I remember. Yes, okay.
Because he was against
Odar, too tall. Yes,
really tall guy.
Yes.
And I remember like watching him on live after, because that's what I would do. And then he's just like, yeah, like why would I stand around and like keep getting beat up? Like that's dumb. And
he gave up very quickly.
And I'm just like, but that's boxing. Like that's just it was.
I guess he forgot there was like a few rounds. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, because Logan Paul does boxing now, and he's like an amazing boxing champion, and he's gone up against a lot of people now. And he was a YouTube star. So
is it Logan Paul or Jake Paul?
One of Paul's.
Because I know Logan Paul is in wrestling, and Jake Paul, his brother, is in boxing.
That's
so
right.
Just wanted to make
that's
sure
right. The boxing one. Yeah, Jake. Okay. You're right. I didn't know Logan was into like WWE.
Yeah, he was in his 3rd match last night. If you want to know, yeah,
that's amazing. Okay, but just because just because you start there doesn't mean that's where you end. Anyways,
yeah.
Okay, and then he was. Oh, this is where it gets really fucking weird.
Yes, I was just like, this is a really in-depth article, because most of the other articles were just like, oh, I know this is sad, this happened, blah blah blah. And this one, I was just like, here's all the shitty things that he's done. I was like, okay,
but like I'd rather have this because it's like.
Balance.
We'll talk.
Read it.
Talk about it after.
Yeah, I guess he's like, you didn't follow him his career or what happened to him, this is probably a good thing to know, right?
Good summary. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Carter's last known time in Hamilton was October 2019, pre-COVID, when he performed at a club in Halifax, and his time in the country was documented on social media with a barrage of lies. He tweeted, it was like, oh, okay, and then there's also like a link to the lies. He tweeted a photo supposedly from the inside of Halifax Airport in which he was wearing an orange sweatpants and captioned it, "They literally got me held up in customs now. I get it, but seriously, y'all gotta put me in an effing orange jail suit and take away all my jewelry. Can't take away my phone, though, LOL." Canada Border Service does not put arriving passengers in orange jail suits during the screening and can, in fact, take your phone.
Yeah, it was definitely a posed photo. It was ridiculous.
It's so dumb. Carter later claimed he was staying high on a mountain in Halifax on a Motel 6, when in fact he was at the Comfort Inn in Yarmouth. There's no Motel 6 in Nova Scotia. Then Carter claimed to have bought a private island 70 kilometers from Halifax for $7 million. But a rep for the realtor for the property said that it was still for sale. He claimed to have purchased a house in Yarmouth, and Yarmouth. At that time, Yarmouth, and then obviously that one was fake as well. Carter is survived by his prince, his 11-month-old son, with ex-fiancee Melanie Martin. And it says, if you know someone struggling with mental illness, click here. So, like, that was like, what the fuck? He did all that, and it was hard to keep up on all.
And I totally forgot about a lot of that stuff because I remember when it was going down. So yes, that was.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like a lot.
It's like I'm leaving the States, I'm moving to Canada. Da, 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 da.
And I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's have you. You know what I mean? But then, yeah.
The realtors are like, stop telling this is done. I don't know. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, exactly. This is the Hillary Duff thing. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle it in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. Ouch. Sending love to your family at this time. Rest easy.
Well, to be fair to her, it's true. They dated when they were teenagers.
Yeah, I guess. It was like rubbing salt in the wound. I don't know. Personally, I thought it was.
I don't think so because
I don't. Yeah, I just think that she meant like at a time that she was that age, she loved him.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I was just like,
or he thought he could just date everybody at the same time. But
yeah, I know that too. Yeah, he was a bad boy in not a good way. Okay, so then this one was New Kids on the Block. We're shocked and saddened about the sudden passing of Aaron Carter, sending prayers to the Carter family. Rest in peace, Aaron. So I guess they must have known who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we got this was.
We did that one.
Yeah, we did this one already. That's something else.
That is makeup. That's
all right. That's makeup. That's makeup. Sorry. Okay, get it. Okay,
medical emergency.
This is actually Aaron's house. So he lives here, Valley Vista Drive in Lancaster, California. So this is the call was received at 10:58 in the morning, and it was closed at 11:23. They're like, yeah, he's dead. This is his house with the caution tape around it. This is the motorhome that a lot of people said he would get high and drive around in.
And I believe he got pulled over a few days ago with that, I believe, for DUI. But then they did this field sobriety test and he was fine. So I don't know.
So many opportunities and they just missed them all. Anyways, so then they did like a little. Yeah, I know, but just it's very surreal. You need to see this because it's real. It's
people
real.
Can also maybe the link of it. I don't know.
Yeah. This is just on AV Skin. I'm not really sure.
Because we're 1 hour and 12 minutes.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry.
That's fine.
No. I just want to let you know. That's all.
Oh yeah, this is okay. Sorry, let me close this shit. Not important. Okay, did we read the Nick Carter one already?
We did not. No.
Okay.
This one was posted today. Nothing was posted yesterday, obviously, because
no. It says, my heart has been broken today. Even though my brother and I had a complicated relationship, my love for him has never, ever faded. I have always held on to hope that he would someday want to walk a healthy path and eventually find the help that he so desperately needed. Sometimes we want to blame someone or something for a loss, but the truth is addiction and mental illness is the real villain here. I'll miss my brother more than anyone will ever know. I love you, Chiz. I don't know if that's their nickname.
Obviously, it's a nickname.
Okay. Now you get a chance to finally have some peace you could never find here on earth. God, please take care of my baby brother.
Beautiful.
I had this poster on my wall.
You did. That was your favorite poster.
I love this one. Yeah. Oh, it's so sad. Oh my god, it's fucking heartbreaking. Okay, let's go to the next thing. That's me. That's Soph. That's Jen. NSYNC said we are saddened by the news of the sudden passing of Aaron Carter today. Our hearts go to his family, friends, and fans during the difficult time. Rest in peace, Aaron. # gone too soon. And then this was Angel, what we already talked about. And then that's sorry, yeah. So lots of shit. Lots of shit. I'm feeling like I lost a friend, but also he doesn't know who the fuck I was. So it's a very weird relationship.
But I think that's okay. Whatever you're feeling out there or right now, like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like if you're feeling sad that he's gone, that's okay. If you're torn that he did bad things, but also you had good memories, that's okay too. Like I feel like it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling.
Yeah.
Any way that you're feeling. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. We're all different things to different people. We all have different facets of ourselves.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just, I mean, as sad as it is to say, at least he can finally rest easy now.
At least he's in peace, right? And
it's just sad that his son is
he's with his sister.
Yeah.
And dad.
And dad.
Yeah. I wonder what's going to happen to the Carter children. Like, because, I mean, Leslie had a thing. And
Leslie's, her daughter's being raised by her dad. So,
and like, so Prince is going to be raised by Melanie, who apparently was very bad too. Like I was,
she's also not sober. I don't know. I don't really know too much. I didn't really.
The only thing I saw was like the TMZ is like, here's the last interview we ever had with Aaron, and like it was Aaron outside of his house in his car, and like it was essentially saying like both Aaron and Melanie had lost custody of the kid, and the kid was being raised by Melanie's mom. So not even Jane. Not even Jane.
Okay, would you let Jane raise another child?
No, I would not.
No, absolutely not. But I'm just saying, like out of everyone, Melanie's mom was the right fit here.
Well, I don't know anything about her family.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't either. It's just like, So
I don't know. If he's not talking to Nick and Angel and all them, then why? Like they're not going to be able to take. Custody. I don't know. So
So I'm gonna wear black today.
I was also wearing black.
Yeah, see, it's good. I know, right? Just because I don't know how to process this. I mean, and from the fans' point of view, this is, I mean, a sort of like an imaginary person, but not really. Like he was a real person, but
obviously, yes.
I don't know. I guess
in a way, you grew up with him.
Yeah, but he never knew. He never knew the impact he had on me.
Did you just meet him that one time? Was that the only time you met him? Was when that pizza thing? Okay.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever met him. Yeah.
And like obviously saw him in concert. Oh, I guess at Much Music too.
At Much Music. Yeah, I can say, but yeah. Anyway, so
because you asked him a question on Much Music.
I did. Yes.
I forgot about that.
No, yeah.
That's nice.
I don't know what to say. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, sorry, Beth and William. Thank you guys for your comments and 16 viewers. So thank you guys all for watching,
sticking around.
Yeah, because
we never know how long these things are going to be.
Once we get talking, it just kind of flows.
Yeah, it does. He was a bad guy. He was a good guy. He was a guy.
And just thinking about all the people who cared about him, his friends, his family, his fans.
Yeah.
And you know what, like,
our condolences.
And if you're going through this, maybe this is a wake-up call for you that maybe you need to not be on the drugs and things like that. And and it's hard. And it's hard when you're in a dark place to get yourself out of that.
Absolutely.
But you can reach out. You can reach out to trusted friends or family members or things like that.
Yes. That's
true.
And it's hard. It's hard to find a good therapist. I mean, because every time you got to
it's expensive
pinpoint.
If you don't have coverage and things like that. But there are
there are some
resources, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you though. I mean, the struggle, mental health addiction, all of it, it's a struggle. Death is not the answer. But sometimes you feel
when you're in that low point, you don't
feel like that's the easiest.
right? Like very concerned about. Lots of my friends have gone through issues over the years, and you're just like, holy crap, are they going to be able to get out of it? And the only thing you can do there is just be there as a supportive friend. And even if they're being a jerk to you or being whatever, be like, I am here when you are ready and you need me. Like I am here at all times.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. That's pretty much.
But you can't force people to do things, right?
No, it's exhausting. you got to invest in yourself because at the end of the day, you got to answer to yourself, right? And it's you seek the help that you need. Life is not over.
And friends can only do so much as well, right? Like once they give you the little push, it's up to you to find the resources and the stuff that you need to do to get better.
Yeah, and
if you're able to.
There's a good saying. It's short. It says, "This too shall pass," and that's been really helpful for me because, like, a lot of times, like I'll write a list of things I'm stressed about, and then a week later I'll be like, "Oh, all these things like resolve themselves." I was like so upset about this, but
like the things that you were upset about like a month ago, you're like, "Oh my god, that stupid little thing." But you like sometimes you get hyper focused on it. You're like, "Oh my god, this is the worst thing ever happening in the world. My life sucks. This is horrible." But then like 2 weeks later, like, holy crap, that was an issue. That was nothing. That was like, But the key is to get to that point where
you need to get to the next day.
And you know what? You just have to keep fighting and doing your thing and whatever.
Yeah.
Bonnie just realize that there's always better times ahead. So
that's
true.
That's true. Bonnie said, I wasn't a fan of his, but his terrible news, mental health and drug issues are a huge issue. You're absolutely right, Bonnie. 100%. So if we can leave you, if we can leave you with any positive, just remember that phrase because that's helped me a lot. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And
also from the other, from the Exotic Marigold Hotel, everything will be all right in the end. If it is not all right, it is not yet the end. So you just have to, like, as hard as it is on your low days to like get through it, you just 10 seconds at a time. You just have to get through it, and then one little thing. You can't solve everything in one day. Just focus on one little thing. Get out, take a bath, take a shower.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk.
Go for a walk is good.
Get out to help you call a friend. Do something that is good for you and will help you get out of that funk that you are in, because it's very, very hard to get out of it. And people care about you, even if people aren't contacting you every day or whatever.
It's true.
You have people that care about you, and people are, want you to be alive and be in this world. So
that's right.
Exactly. And just because you've done a shitty thing does not make you a shitty person.
Yeah, there's always redemption.
Like there is redemption. I know this is a cancel culture and all this crap that we're in right now and all that stuff, but there is a reason for you to be alive. You need to live for your self, right? So
and
everyone makes mistakes. We're only human. That's how you grow as a person, and that kind of thing.
Nobody is perfect in this world. So
that's right.
So Aaron, we miss you. We love you. Rest in peace. And
our condolences to the Carter family.
We'll see you on the flip side. Okay, guys. Thanks for taking a break with us.
Until next. Am I still doing that? Okay. Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.